Hello everybody, hope everyone's having a good day. Well, I'm here forming away on this concrete pour build. I want to show you a couple things that I'm doing. um, this is my personal idea. You may think of something better. You can share your thoughts. It's all good with me. I'm just sharing what I've done here. So one thing is this wall right here that's been poured. It came up on the length of our material to be within just 2 inches of being all the way to where our form board would have been right here for the column. So I made the call that I'd rather pour the extra 2 inches and have a little bit more stronger column at the base of this house right here than I had to try to go through all the trouble to form just a little 2-inch joint out right where our corner is going to come to. So it's going to kind of make my concrete thicker on this one here, on this column. But this column, it's got these tapered out tie beams here and all, so it all seems to work out pretty good. The next thing is that I made me a piece of plywood with holes in it matching the holes in the wall, and that gave me a plate that I can screw to right here for the column forming. And then I went ahead and bolted it because I want that good hard pressure flat surface. So you see it's reinforced also with a piece of cocoa lumber. I screwed this piece together with it before I put it up here, putting this side of the column on first. Then the next thing down here, it may look a little odd to you, it's not a band-aid, it's just to reinforce, is that when you're pouring that much concrete, you're going to have a lot of outward hydraulic pressure down towards the bottom. And this thing is screwed all the way down through here. But here's the thing. Of course, screws can rip out of that plywood. So I add just these little things like a scrap piece of 3/4 inch here, that where this could separate. That way it's holding into it and it's got some force pulling back. Being that we're not pouring this all the way up, 8, 10, 12 foot tall column at one time, it's not getting that tremendous of a load that I need to come out here putting all kinds of lumber out on these corners. So I just put these little blocks. Now if I was pouring a tall column, I would never ever do this. If I was pouring a tall column, I would have lumber coming all the way up and give it the full-blown effect. So right here you've got about 2 foot that get poured, and then a little while later 2 foot will get poured. The bottom is already starting to get a little bit firm, so you're not getting that tremendous pressure. So I just put me some blocks in, and for just a little extra, I'll probably go ahead and drive a stake in right here at the bottom like I did right over here to hold this column square while we're pouring it. And that's another thing, I've put a square on all of this as I'm doing it. Everything is squared. I'm squared it on the inside here. It's something I keep handy with me at all times, is a square. So I can put that square up here and know what I've got and see nice and square. Same thing in here, I have nice and square. So as well, I've got this one. This is where a joint's on some plywood, so I cut little scraps again, strapping those to keep them even right there at those points. Again, if I was pouring a tall wall, I would have put a solid piece of lumber from the bottom to the top. But I can get away with this little small work like this because I'm not pouring those heavy loads. See again here, same thing here in just a bit. I'll come in and screw me some little blocks here on the side. Then the next thing I want to show is that we like on these interior walls a stopping point. It's an interior wall. So we cut these little plates that the steel can run out of, you see, and this is out kind of like a midpoint in a wall, and that's where we'll put our joint at. It's in a place that's not harmful. And so what I did on this one is I actually ran this wall down and ended it right where a corner would come out in here for a bathroom wall that's going to be on the inside. So that way this joint actually ends up where a 90 is going to come out like this. Bro, can you tell your first name?
Manuel, for sure.
That's right. And so this is my Manuel cement mixer.
Yeah. For the first time.
The Manuel mixer right there.
I lose my energy.
Diren, oh,
Saka na mama.
bulan to kayo lamong. Kanaron. Wala ka ay.
5, 4.
Ah, that looks good.
You like? Not?
Gatorade lang no? The complaint is it's a small bowl. Joke, it's a big one.
This is a good food.
Gindutan daw.
Don't eat too much, you'll get sleepy and tired. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough.
No. I want to add.
Oh man, you're gonna make them sleepy on break.
Tomorrow.
Oh, it's enough.
Yeah.
It's enough.
Yeah, diet. Wala kalma lang.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, look at Miller over here. Man, I know you're gonna be sleepy when you're done. Remember, we're still pouring cement. No nap. Joel, you want a bowl? Huh?
Okay.
Oh, you're missing the good stuff.
Jewel diet.
He's so tiny, he can't eat much.
And me also, bro. I have diet, bro.
Yeah, Bush. I'm gonna edit no cussing on the videos. Bull. Beep.
Ora, sa ano lang kung may gathering mga Pilipino, gathering, ang mura gali ko, miga ko.
Hey everybody, so it's afternoon time here and we are doing another pour on some more walls, columns. This will get us around 2 more columns, so virtually you can say we're pouring columns, you know. What about that cement leaking out down there? We can get some of that and put it back in. It's okay, I got Marvin now. I said, what about that cement? Maybe you can get it and put it back in. He bent over. What was the flavor? Huh? What was the flavor?
You eat small, but your park is a smell, a lot of flavor. Right to the title, bro. The fourth family. Nakasambag. Nakasambag. Sinigang. Sinigang. Aslom. Tamarin, tamarin. Tamarin flavor. This is your day, but tomorrow. Always blocking. The smell is bad. Maybe you eat too much lugaw.
So here it is, the end of another work day on the house. I didn't work hard today. I worked a little bit today, but I'd say I was a 30%er. I've been going so hard on this myself. Hours before they come in, hours sometimes after they're gone, and sometimes I even work while they're on break, and I take half the lunchtime probably they do. So I was kind of getting a little wore down. I think y'all seen it in my face in one of the videos. Wasn't smiling so much, but I'm a little bit recovered today, not pushing myself. I do plan on having a pretty push forward day tomorrow because I'm trying to work up on finishing the forms in the front. So the one additional tip that I want to talk about deals with wet cement. And while we're talking about wet cement, if y'all see all that water, it's because after they left, I've really worked tapping, vibrating this, and I rose a lot of kind of like rising cream to the top, and I rose a lot of water up out of it, but a lot of bubbles as well, and that's what I wanted. So let's go. When we're talking about wet cement, let's talk about that. So right down through here on this cocoa lumber, especially down these bottom corners down there, as they're pouring and doing things, some get spilled and it makes little piles down in here and little piles down in there and around. And the one tip that I can give you on that is clean all of this off. Clean it off, and especially down here where you're going to be pulling your form loose. You want that all cleaned out. You want it out while it's wet, and that's the key words right there. Wet cement is easier to move than dry cement. By all means, you can clean up wet cement way easier than you can dry cement. So remember that if your crew finishes up a pour and they're just anxious to go on break, lunch, go home for the day, the job's not finished until you've gone around and worked that stuff back away from lumber. Like right there, you see all that wet cocoa lumber just a bit ago, that was all covered over in a pile of cement. All this they kicked out here, and easy to remove that, and it's just like downwood concrete nails. So once that cement dries, it's more than just downwood concrete nails. And then you got your guys down there with their little pipe and their little nail, concrete nail they got through their pipe, and they're down there with a hammer, chip, 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 chip. And that's time they're spending, wasting to do that. That could be time that you're spending for labor that could actually be going in on the build of your home. So it only takes them a second to move wet cement, but it takes a long time to chisel away and move dry cement. You can see some shrimp boat right across over there. You guys may not be able to see it, but I see it heading out. There'll be a whole bunch of those that'll start heading out. It's that time of evening. Let's look at that. Well, I'm gonna close out the day. I'm gonna go inside, hang out with this cute little wife. I see her right there. Hold on, everybody. Mel can say hello before we go. So there's Mel. There's the brace face right there. Oh man, I've been having fun with this one. Well, I took some of that tie wire that they tie the steel with. I bent me some, shaped it up to my teeth. I had it in my teeth, trying to hold it. It was falling out. But the mess with her, you know, that whole deal they do to keep their lip up above the braces.
Yes, he kept picking me and kissing me.
Yeah. She needs to just tie her hair up in those two little ponytails. Oh my goodness. It has been funny. All the faces you've been making, messing with those braces. She's been making some of the funniest faces.
Yes, because it's you in my teeth.
No, I need to go to the dentist too. From all that coffee, it's time I do a cleaning.
You need to.
Yeah. Yep. Well, the air is nice, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's been a good day. We've had cloud cover all day, light little sprinkles, so it wasn't like mega hot. I think the workers, your brothers and Joel and your uncle, I think they really liked it too because their mood seemed to be really great
Yeah, seems
today.
like they're confident today.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
problem.
It's been kind of like the mood's been
Yeah.
not good the
Not-
prior days, but today it's been back to
Joel,
normal.
Yeah, back to normal.